Hello, this is Vaishali and reading from the book Spirit of Homeopathy, Section 4 Materia Medica and chapter number 41 Situational Materia Medica of some remedies. Situational Materia Medica of remedy anacardium. Anacardium has two feelings which are its main component. These are the cruelty and the lack of confidence. Both are extreme as is the situation from which the anacardium states arise. It is a situation in which a person is dominated or suppressed. Anacardium could be the son of very intense lycopodium person who habitually dominate and suppress the people around him. One who has undergone this suppression develop a lack of moral feeling and cruelty, and he become a malicious toward the persons in authority and become a disobedient. A lack of moral feeling is necessitated in a situation of very severe suppression. To give a cruel example, severe suppression by religious authority may give rise to it. When a person's desires and natural feelings are crushed, he becomes indifferent to morality and takes an antisocial attitude. As I understand, it is the situation of the child abuse. When parents are too strict with the children, when they impose all their desire forcibly on their children and do not allow them either to think or do anything on their own. This creates a state of child abuse such as seen in an anacardium. In such a case, the child desire are never fulfilled and he cannot take any decision to the extent that he cannot wear the clothes he wants to wear because that also would be decided by the parents. It is a situation of over strict, over dominating and over imposing parent or any other authority or any authority figure. Now, if this child later in adult state start taking decision, then he will be punished. The parents or the person in authority will be hard on him, so he become nervous. It serves him to be irresolute because to him decisiveness will cause suffering and indecisiveness will save him. So he develop a lack of confidence and irresolutions. But at the same time, if he keep putting up with this domination, he will suffer again. So he react against this by cruelty, malice, and want of moral feeling and antisocial behavior. Anacardium can become very hard and cruel and at the same time have a lack of confidence. This combination will be found in anacardium patient where it will be resemble a situation as if the person is being dominated too much and if he is being persecuted. Anacardium could be the wife of a selfish tyrant who rules with an iron fist and does not allow her any freedom to take even small decision. Whatever she decide is wrong, and so her survival lies in a deciding nothing. Therefore, there is a tremendous irresolutions, always two wills, lack of confidence, weak memory, dullness, and confusion. Her her self confidence is completely shattered from fear of people, and so she may seem childish, idiotic, and timid. Such timidity and fear can paralyze her thinking, as may be seen when appearing for examination. There are people who are tormented, hurt by criticism, punishment, and abuse. Inside, they harden up and become a violent with a suicidal or homicidal tendency, and they become abusive and stubborn and avoid the company. On the one hand, there is a fear of punishment, telling him to do good, and on the other hand, cruelty, telling him to do bad. This gives us an important feature, namely the feeling as if an angel and the devil are on either shoulder. The angel creates feeling of guilt and devil create the feeling of cruelty and wants of religious and moral feeling. The angel gives rise to orderliness and fastidiousness and cannot rest till things are in a proper place. This type of fastidiousness and devil to break the things. In one case, I found the two symptoms together in very peculiar way. A lady with a paralysis gave the symptom that after the death of her husband, she felt nothing. In fact, when the funeral had left, she cleaned the whole house. The cruelty of anacardium will more commonly be found in a less obvious form. Usually, it will be hidden or compensated form. Compensated form. Now, second remedy is argentinum nitricum. A patient whose case was taken by a student had so many symptoms that I could not make any sense of it. The patient then narrated a dream which he used to get repeatedly. And he was in a large empty area. Everything looked old and broken, and he was alone. The trees looked burnt, and there were dead animals around, giving the place a haunted look. Nothing was alive. It was a large open space, and it looked as if the animal were dead and had suffering something. There were skeletons all around. He wanted to escape from this wide open space, but it was endless. He felt trapped by the space. He could not see beyond this large space, a large open space. He wanted to get out, tried to, but could not. It was beyond his capacity. No one had survived this ruin. Another dream, he was pushed from behind off a height. Before he reached the ground, he woke up. He was then chased by a man who wanted to kill him. They were throwing spear, and he was running fast. The patient was a boy, 18 years, stammering, especially in the front of people, and timidity appearing in public. Stammered quite a lot, very nervous. Stammered means he stammered quite a lot, and he was very nervous. Main theme was sensation of isolation, situation of the disaster and danger, trapped and unable to get out, unsuccessful effort. Rubrics taken were forsaken feeling, sensation of isolation, delusion fail everything will, delusion succeed he cannot, does everything wrong, fear narrow place in, ailment from fear and fright, stammering, anticipation stage fright, anxiety walking in open air. The stammering is something I'm trying to get out of but can't, said the boy. And the situational materia medica of the argentum nitricum is a situation from which he himself has to struggle and nobody is going to help him. He is trying but not succeeding. When the situation reaches the level where he cannot do anything about it, it goes into the state of gelsemium. So argentinum and gelsemium are complementary. In argentinum, there is a restlessness, activity, hurry, impulsive action. Gelsemium is slow, sluggish, dull, paralytic, and does not want to be disturbed. That is why close space, high place, any situation can aggravate the argentum nitricum patient, and they can act in an impulsive manner in order to get out of the trap. Whichever situation in life remind him of a trap aggravates an argentum nitricum person. Such situations could be a crowd, closed space, bridge, tunnels, high place, for example, building on a fire, aeroplane, any place where the exit is blocked. The expression they like to use very often is, there is no way out, or I don't see the way out. The compensation is to see the way out all the time. So they will never enter into the situation unless they can see the way out. They will never go on a journey unless they have the return ticket booked. Example, the way out is not a problem. When they go to the cinema or theater, they sit next to the door. In their own life, whenever they make a plan, they will see the way out of it. They cannot bear uncertainty. Fatak says suspense aggravate. When a time is set, again there is a feeling of something being limited, that the exit is blocked. It creates great anxiety because they are trapped in the time frame. They are always trapped in an isolated way, always alone. They do not know how to get out of it. Another situation is the stage. They are anxious to go on a stage, but when pursued, feels isolated and trapped. They are alone and the exit is blocked. When the time is set, it creates a suspense and they have the feeling, I want to get it over because the time is passing too slowly. And hurry for the appointment when time is arrived. This is the rubric. Always hurried and impatient. So you see this restless walking about, must walk, in mentioned in a Patak repertory. Restlessness, anxious, compelling rapid walking, and walking quite hurriedly. They ever doing things do not undertake anything because of this fear of being trapped. When they feel trapped, they do almost suicidal, impulsive things. In physical term, it is like a throwing yourself out of the window. But in the psychological term, it means they will impulsive get out of the situation in which they feel trapped. For example, in their business, if they feel anxious or tense about it, they could suddenly impulsively drop the whole things and leave even though they may lose a lot. So you have the rubric indifference to business affair. They have the look of trapped animal. Even when talking about their health, they feel there is no way out and they are in a danger, as if about to going to die. Then suddenly they take an impulsive decision to drop the treatment they are taking and jump into some another form of medications or therapy. All this is worse when Argentium nitricum is alone because his feeling of isolation is aggravated. In every expression, in every gesture, in every sentence, in every act of man is his disease expressed. It is up to us to be able to see it. For example, the Argentinum nitricum fellow said, I am trying very hard to get out of this stammering and I am not succeeding. I am trying very hard. I have to try alone means with a sensation of isolation to get out of this stammering habit. He is trapped in it and I am not succeeding, feeling that he will not succeed. It is important that the stammering is something that is bothering him. Stammering has to do with the stage fright and appearing before people, and this bother him also. So it is a picture of claustrophobic and trapped man who cannot get out. That is the state of Argentinum nitricum.